On this week's program, we bring you a special presentation of the RV Business Magazine Rise Awards, honoring the most innovative new OEM and aftermarket products introduced for 2020. Rollin on TV is sponsored by Carefree of Colorado, celebrating over 45 years of RV awning innovation. Closed captioning, where available, is sponsored by Forest River. Begin the journey.
Hi, I'm Rick Kessler with RV Business Magazine and Rollin on TV. Welcome to this special episode on the 2020 Rise Awards. Over the past few years, we've seen a lot of innovative ideas and new technology being built into today's RVs. Some of those are pretty obvious. Solar panels, for example. Others, tucked behind walls or underneath the chassis, they're just not so visible. But the one thing they all have in common is, to one degree or another, they're going to add to the enjoyment of our RV. If you think about it, innovative ideas have been around since, well, first RV hit the road. That's why we're here at the RV Hall of Fame and Museum in Elkhart, Indiana, where we're surrounded by vintage RVs and vintage technology. Take this 1915 Model T, for example. Right here's the camper. It slides off the back end, and then you unfold this outdoor kitchen. Brew up your coffee, make some eggs, get your milk right out of this refrigerator. Now, of course, back then, outdoor kitchens were really unheard of because you did most of your food prep and your cooking right by the campfire. But I bet today you'd be hard-pressed to find any RV that doesn't have an outdoor kitchen. All of which leads us to this year's RISE Awards. RISE stands for Recognizing Innovation and Supplier Excellence, and the awards were developed to recognize those products that the supplier companies brought to market that are the best and most innovative of the year. Now, we actually have two categories in this awards. The OEM category are those products that were installed at the factory, and the aftermarket category are the products that you and I can buy and install or have installed from our local RV dealership. Coming up after the break, let's check out the RISE Awards winners.
Aquacam toss-ins. So fast and easy to use, it could seem like a game. Someone once said, the camping doesn't really start until the RV awning comes out. Whoever said that really knew what they were talking about. Carefree of Colorado, celebrating 45 years of RV awning innovation. For more information, visit our website at carefreeofcolorado.com.
Welcome back to the 2020 RV Business Magazine RISE Awards. As you saw before the break, new and innovative products have been around since the first RV hit the road. High-tech wasn't even in the vocabulary back then, but that's certainly not the case today. Current OEM and aftermarket products have taken that high-tech term to a whole new level, as is evident with this year's two top winners. But before we announce our two top winners, let's look at the finalists in each of the two categories, starting with the OEM category. The Elite Series Range by Suburban Manufacturing Company. The Volta Power System by Volta Power Systems. PD 4500 All-in-One Power Converter Series by Progressive Dynamics Inc. And the Cordless 1-inch Pleated Shade by United Shade. And in the aftermarket category, we have the Furrion 32-inch Sense All-in-One Entertainment System, Power Watchdog Surge Protector by Hughes Autoformers, CombiMaster Inverter Charger by Mastervolt, and the SureShade ATF Automated RV Shade by Lippert Components Inc. As you can imagine, judging all these entries is not an easy task, and can be a painstaking procedure with all the great products constantly coming to market. Let's take a minute and meet a couple of our judges in the aftermarket category and get their opinion on what it takes to design and build a RISE award-winning product. First, we'll catch up with Jeff Johnston out in Eugene, Oregon. Jeff's been a technical writer for some of the country's leading automotive and RV magazines for over 30 years, and he's the host of Rollin on TV. Hi, Jeff, and thank you once again for being a part of this year's RISE Awards team of judges.
Greetings, Rick, and as usual, it's always a pleasure working with you and the RV Business team.
In your years as an automotive and RV journalist, you've seen many new items come to market. What were some of those common qualities that helped the best of those products rise to the top?
There are several things that I look for in an RV Business RISE Award winner. First, of course, is innovation. Is it new, exciting? Is there something truly interesting and innovative about it that shows that it's something that was given a lot of thought? Function, of course, is really important for me. Either the product should improve on the function of an earlier or existing product, or it should be a brand new to the market, something that solves a problem, makes life easier, or makes life more fun for RVers. Value is also high up there on my list of things that I look for. Is it a good value for the investment? Do you get what you pay for, and do you get something out of it that makes it worth possibly an expensive investment, depending on the type of product? And along the lines of value comes lifespan. Does it look like the product is durable enough to be able to hold up to the sometimes rigorous use that RVers place on their vehicles and on their accessories? When all these characteristics have been met, well, then you have something that amounts to being an award winner.
Thanks, Jeff. And I think it's safe to say this year's RISE Award winners share those qualities.
Thank you, Rick. It's been my pleasure.
Now let's introduce our second judge, Mark Polk from RV Education 101 and a contributor to Rollin on TV, and let's get his opinion on new and innovative RV products. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Rick.
Hey, we just listened to Jeff's perspective on what it takes to be a RISE Award winner, so what's your opinion? What makes a product innovative? Does it have to be loaded with technology?
I personally don't think a product needs to be loaded with technology to be innovative or to be an excellent product for an RV owner. As an owner myself and as a RISE Awards judge, I look for a product I would be excited to tell another RV owner about, a product I would be excited to use myself. You know, something that just makes you say, wow, a lot of thought and innovation went into designing and manufacturing that product, not just the status quo. That's the way I see it, Rick.
Mark, that was terrific. Thank you for your insight, and once again, thank you for being a RISE Award judge. Coming up after the break, we'll unveil our OEM and aftermarket category winners.
From off-the-road adventure camping to luxurious full-time RVing and everything in between, Forest River has the RV to fit your needs, budget, and outdoor lifestyle. To see our full line of trailers and motorhomes, visit forestriverinc.com. Forest River. Begin the journey. At Norcoal, we realize that some of your favorite RV destinations are off the grid. And Norcoal refrigerators are uniquely designed with that RV experience in mind. We call it Freedom Unplugged. To learn more about our Norcoal RV refrigerator line or to find a dealer near you, visit our website at norcoal.com.
Well, it's time to announce this year's top 2 RISE Award winners, and coming out in first place in the OEM category is the DriveTech system from Freightliner Custom Chassis. With us here in the studio is Megan Hyland from Freightliner. Megan, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Rick.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're very honored to have won this award at Freightliner Custom Chassis. We put a lot of work into the design of this system and bringing this to market for all of our customers.
Well, the judges were pretty impressed with all of the technology and innovation involved. Can you describe the system for us?
Yeah, so as you know, in the diesel motorhome industry, for many years, the chassis was designed like a truck chassis. So what customers were really wanting was to have more technology and safety features in the chassis. So what we did is we worked for many years to design this new system to bring all that to the forefront for the customer. So what that means is you're going to have the new ergonomic steering wheel, you're going to have column mounted controls, and that's all paired with our OptiView digital gauge display. So what that means for the customer is going to be a lot more of what they're used to in their passenger vehicles with that safety and technology. We've added Bluetooth pairing for our digital gauge display, so if you have a telephone call come in, they can answer it through the steering wheel, just like they do in the car. You don't have to reach for your phone or reach for the radio to answer that phone call. So there's a lot of these things that are going to enhance the safety of the driving the diesel motorhome.
Now, I know anybody who's driven a Class A motorhome before the DriveTech system can appreciate having all those controls right on the column. I can picture my grandparents in their old Holiday Rambler constantly reaching over for anything to do. What are, if you put us in that driver's seat, what's it like?
So we have column mounted control. So on the right stalk, you're going to be able to control your engine brake, where previously you were reaching around and looking for that. And if you had 3 stages, there was 2 different switches you had to control. All that's now at your fingertips. In addition to the engine brake, you're also controlling your transmission. So your gears, if you want to upshift or downshift, it's a paddle style shifting on that. So all that is, again, keeping your eyes on the road and your hands on the wheel.
I think you ought to talk a little bit more too about the OptiView, because anybody who's had any kind of a digital dash cluster will really appreciate that.
Yeah, so our OptiView digital gauge display is standard across the board for all of motorhomes on Freightliner custom chassis. And that is going to have the digital readout for anything that you are doing. So if you change your engine brake, you can see if that's high, low, medium. Engine brake, if you have your adaptive cruise control on, that will show on that display as well. So any of the controls you're operating are going to be viewable on that digital display. So you're not looking for those secondary gauges in places where you would previously look for those.
Excellent. Now I know in your position you come into contact with a lot of the owners. Your job is to actually train them and show them how it works. What are some of the responses you get after they understand how it works?
Yes, Rick. So I am almost every week working with customers with new motorhomes. And one of the things, I work with customers who have had a motorhome for 20 years or customers who have never even driven a diesel motorhome. So the one common denominator is they're very excited about the new system, because that's what they're, like I said, what they're used to in their passenger vehicle. So having those controls at their fingertips and not having to reach around and take their eyes off the road is a big deal. So we've had great feedback from our customers on the new system and the technology that's in that.
That's terrific. Megan, congratulations once again, and thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Rick, and thanks for the award.
Coming up after the break, we'll find out who the winner was in the aftermarket category.
Wow, am I glad I used Aquachem. Maybe chili wasn't the best idea.
Aquachem, the most powerful odor control available, and the #1 seller for over 50 years.
Welcome back. In our aftermarket category, this year's winner is the Better Way Mobile Towing Scale by Kurt Group. Joining us by Zoom today is Joseph Rapinski and Jesse Bauer from Kurt. Gentlemen, congratulations again.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Jesse, this thing's about this big, this Better Way. How does it work?
Yeah, Rick, the better way is a newer technology to give the user a much better way to weigh their vehicle and trailer combination. There's multiple different ways consumers, users actually tow. They're towing with travel trailers, campers, fifth wheel campers, heavy duty construction trailers, flatbeds, several different trailers. And in many cases, users, consumers don't know their gross vehicle weight and their gross trailer weight. So what the better way does is instead of taking your truck and your trailer to a scale off of the highway to get your fully combined vehicle and trailer weight, you can purchase the better way CURT product, plug it into the OBD2 port in your vehicle, run through a quick calibration, and get your combined gross vehicle weight along with your trailer weight. So what that does is provides you, the user, the tower, with an opportunity to really fully understand the total weight of both vehicle and trailer, to provide a much safer towing experience, safer for you, the user, for your family, possibly your family or coworkers inside your vehicle, and also for everybody else on the road. It's just a really, really good way to get you a little bit dialed in closer to knowing what you're actually towing.
That sounds pretty innovative. I'm an RVer. I've got a little hybrid camper that I pull. I know I could probably use something like that. I have no idea how much weight I've put on that thing. I'm sure I'm overloaded like everybody else who's pulling any kind of a camper is.
Exactly, and this particular accessory really does help that scenarios. There's, in many cases, users are loading their trailers with different weights. They may have nothing in their trailer at one point, and they may have 5,000-6,000 pounds in their trailer. So there's obviously different types of towing scenarios, and this is just a very, very easy way to get your weight ratings through an app on your phone. So now you can actually take a look at what your gross vehicle and trailer weight is through your app. You can make adjustments in your app based on if you're using a weight distribution type of system, if you're towing a fifth wheel camper, which is a pin in the bed of your vehicle. So there's different ways to actually give you the readings, the outputs that you're looking for that will help provide you a better and a safer towing experience.
Now, Joseph, I know this is still relatively new to the market, just fall, I believe, of last year, maybe even late winter or late fall. What kind of feedback have you gotten so far?
No, yeah, the feedback from the product has been overwhelmingly positive. And when we looked at it, you listen to Jesse explain how the product works. From a consumer's perspective, it's easy to say I don't get it. So our task, on the marketing team was to put together a bunch of assets, how-to videos, instructionals, landing pages to really make it easy for the consumer to understand the benefits of the product, the functionality of the product, troubleshooting if they're having an issue with the calibration. And so our challenge, and so kind of the way we look at most products, is take a step back, separate yourself from being inside of the building, and try to position yourself in the mindset of a consumer who has no idea how it works. How do we make it as easy for them? And I think the videos that we've done and everything that we've put together to make it easy has really helped lead to a successful launch. And if you look at reviews on some of our e-commerce sites, and even our own site, people are happy with it. And the results that we're hearing continue to sort of snowball, and we continue to build momentum with it. And I think the next step, and maybe Jesse wants to talk about this, is we've got this technology, we've got eco technology, we've got additional horsepower now with the LCI acquisition. And I think as we look at ourselves as a technology leader within the towing space, what more can we do? How do we mix all of these exciting products together to make the next best thing?
That's actually a pretty good point. You're now part of Lippert Components Inc., which gives you a whole lot of horsepower, like you said. Kurt Group makes all manner of hitches and towing accessories. Jesse, why don't you go ahead? How does that partnership help you guys out now?
Yeah, that's a great point. It's the partnership is a huge benefit to us. It opens up a lot of doors to additional manufacturing opportunities, additional customer bases. Just it expands our reach, really, really well. To Joseph's point of what else can we do? One thing with Kurt, we've really been on this tidal wave of new products and innovation under the roof here at Kurt, and in the top of our minds, we run, we already run our tested and proven safe campaign, and the Better Way actually falls right into that scenario perfectly, because that's what we do here. We talk every time we, talk innovation or a new product, new application, whether it's a trailer hitch, a ball mount, or any other towing accessory. We're always thinking, okay, how can we do this? It needs to be tested. We need to prove it out, and it has to be safe for everyone. So Better Way was a perfect fit. And as Joseph Rapinski, mentioned, what else can we do now? What else where can we take Better Way and the Echo mobile brake controller or other technologies that we're working on in the house? So really, really excited to not only expand on that, and then also, utilize our partnership, obviously, with LCI, and to expand.
One thing, we're sitting here talking, it's end of May, almost June, and we're seeing a whole lot of new RVers coming into the market over the last couple of weeks as we emerge from these pandemic restrictions and whatnot. I can't think of a better product than the Better Way and some of the other safety mechanisms that we have out there to help some of these new RVers and these longtime RVers get a little safer on the road. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, and once again, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it.
Thanks to Joseph and Jesse, and to Megan, and congratulations to this year's winning companies. Judges also wanted to give special recognition to IDS for developing an analytics component into their dealer management software system. This tool will allow dealers to improve both the speed and accuracy of their service and repair operations, helping RVers get back on the road more quickly. We'll be back to wrap up the 2020 RV Business Magazine Rise Awards after this short break.
Join Rollin on TV in supporting care camps to ensure that children with cancer can experience the healing power of camping at these special oncology camps. If you've never heard of care camps, now's the time to visit our website and learn all about this great organization and the work they do for these deserving children. Also, stay tuned and see how you can win a specially customized 2021 Forest River Nobo travel trailer, with the proceeds going directly to care camps. To learn all about care camps and how you can win this Super Nobo, visit RollinOnTV.com.
Look at this, an outdoor kitchen, just like that 1915 Model T. I guess some things never go out of style. With that, we wrap up the 2020 Rise Awards. Remember, the next time you're looking at a new RV and you see some sort of new or innovative feature, somebody had to think of it, engineer it, build it, and then bring it to market. And that product just might be one of next year's 2021 Rise Award winners. I'm Rick Kessler with RV Business Magazine and Rollin on TV. Thank you for watching.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show. For more information on anything you've seen on the program, along with additional videos, stories, and news, plus some great contests, visit our website at RollinOnTV.com. And remember, you can also watch Rollin on TV on Roku, Amazon Fire, Vimeo, and YouTube, as well as on any of our station's streaming media services. For complete coverage information, click on the Where to Watch link on our website. As usual, this has been another fun production.